Dr. Johan, that's a nice background that you have.
Yeah, it's standard Zoom background.
It looks like you're in a very nice location.
Yeah, I couldn't get my 50th anniversary logo up yet in time. I don't know where it went, so I have to settle for this.
And welcome everyone to the closing ceremony of the Internal Malaya Constitutional Moot Competition, IMC-MC 2022. My name is Nisha, and it is my pleasure to be the MC for today. Good evening, and a very warm welcome to the Dean of the Faculty of Law, University Malaya, Dato' Associate Professor Dr. Johan Shamsuddin bin Haji Sabaruddin, Deputy Dean of Undergraduate, Dr. Izura Masdina Muhammad Zakri, Deputy Dean of Student Affairs and also University Malaya Moot Club Coordinator, Dr. Najwa Binti Rosli. Our sponsors, Mr. Chan Keng Ho from Chong and Keng Ho, Mr. Indran Shamuganathan and Ms. Suganti Singham from Shern Delamore & Co, and Mr. Po Chu Ho from Shuklin and Bok. UM Moot Club Advisor, Mr. Stuart Manley, as well as the UM Moot Coach, Mr. Raphael Koch. Thank you for joining us today. Before we begin, on behalf of the IMC-MC 2022 Organizing Committee, we would like to thank all judges who have taken time off their weekend to adjudicate this competition. We would also like to extend our gratitude to our respected platinum sponsors, Chong and Keng Ho, Shern Delamore & Co, and Shuklin and Bok, as well as silver sponsor, Lee Hishamuddin Allen and Gladhill. IMC-MC would not have been possible without their generous support. We thank you once again. To begin our ceremony today, we respectfully invite the Dean of the Faculty of Law, University Malaya, Dato' Associate Professor Dr. Johan Shamsuddin bin Haji Sabaruddin to deliver his speech.
Thank you, Nisha. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi, and very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to first and foremost acknowledge our guests, Mr. Chan Keng Ho from Chong plus Keng Ho, Mr. Indran Shamuganathan, Ms. Suganti Singham from Shern Delamore & Co, Mr. Po Chu Ho from Shuklin and Bok. And I'd like to acknowledge my colleagues, Dr. Izura Zakri, the Deputy Dean of Undergraduate, and Dr. Najwa Rosli, Deputy Dean of Student Affairs. Thank you for coming. And the student officials, Ms. Shafiqa Amira, Mawar Azlan, the Director of the UM Moot Club, and Ms. Ashley Boon Sian Mei, Director of the UM Consti team, all organizing committee, all participants, all students, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very, very significant competition because it's something that we've organized, but this year the students have focused on the theme of constitutional law, which makes it all the more interesting. I'd like to extend my highest praise and congratulations to all the teams that have taken part, and to the 2 teams that have managed to come to the finals, and to the organizing committee that have organized this. It is always a pleasure to see our students, although under extreme conditions of being under closed doors, being online, they still manage to organize good competitions and still keep the wheel running in terms of the activities of the faculty. And this year's internal moot competition, which is something that we hold every year. This time it's a collaboration between the UM Moot Club and the UM Consti team. And normally it's only handled by the UM Moot Club, but this year the UM Consti team, which is a very, very active arm of the student body in the faculty, organizing all kinds of consti related activities, including the bulletin. and they have come together to organize this constitutional-based moot competition, and the problem was crafted by none other than our own emeritus professor, Dr. Shad Salim Faruqi. And this allows the student to expand their capabilities in terms of constitutional law. This is the highest law in the country, and we always emphasize this in the faculty. The faculty has been very much engaged in a lot of constitutional law activities, disseminating information and propagating information and knowledge about the Constitution, as we find that that's the most important thing that the faculty must do in order to ensure that that our students, our lawyers, our judges are all well informed on the way that the Constitution should develop, and we hope that the students have benefited greatly from this in terms of getting much experience in researching constitutional law, which is something which is not an easy task to do, but I'm very happy to know that many have come in and taken part in this competition and done all those valuable research. The Faculty of Law prides itself in fostering a culture of mooting. We have inculcated this mooting culture for many years now, and I think by now you may find that the faculty has the highest concentration per square foot of talented and trained mooters anywhere in the world, because this is a place where we actively encourage every single student to take part in mooting competitions, and the result has been tremendous. We've got students who are very talented, who are very outgoing, and some of them have become addicted to mooting, and that's a very good sign, actually. And this 50th anniversary of the faculty, which we are celebrating this year, we're proud to note that the faculty has edged many achievements in terms of international mooting competitions, and the faculty is well known throughout the world for its very talented and highly respected mooters from the student population. And I'd like to congratulate all the students who have taken part in this endeavor. As this competition draws to close, I'd like to express my appreciation to the sponsors of the IMCMC, and who've graciously funded the competition and offered internships positions for the winners. I'd like to congratulate the committee. I'd like to also extend my appreciation to the sponsors, Chong Plaska & Co., Sharon Delmore & Co., and Shukmin and Bob. Congratulations. Thank you once again, and congratulations to all participants. And I hope that the sponsors will continue to support us. You are doing a tremendous job in supporting this, because what we are producing are excellent and people and who will be a great, who will provide immense contribution to the development of the country. So thank you very much, and I wish everyone a successful career in the future, to all our students and to all our friends who have been constantly helping us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Dean, for the awe-inspiring words. I'm sure that everyone here today shares the same sentiments. In continuing our ceremony, we would like to hear from our sponsors. And with this, I would like to invite Mr. Po Chu Ho from Shuklin and Bok to deliver his speech. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Nisha. A very good afternoon to Dato Associate Professor Dr. Johan Samsudin, Dr. Izura, Dr. Najma, my fellow colleagues at the bar, King Ho, Suganti, and Indran, and the moot coordinators, Mr. Stewart, as well as Mr. Raphael. And last but not least, to the fellow participants of today's internal Malaya Consti-Moot competition 2022. Now, at the outset, I would like to express my gratitude for the invitation and to congratulate Moot Club and Consti team for organizing this moot competition for the promotion of moot competition and constitutional law. I must say, moot competition is a great teaching tool. There's no better way of providing a hands-on legal skills training for the students than through such engagements. Moot competition such as this seeks to familiarize you with this pivotal branch of constitutional law and the complex concepts behind it. And thank you, Professor Shad, for drafting the moot problem. I was his student when I read my master's at UM a few years back. Participating in a moot competition makes it more interesting to learn, provides excellent opportunity to learn how to work as a team. It helps to sharpen your advocacy skills, which you will certainly pick up throughout your legal journey. You also get to learn analytical skills, research skills, crafting your own thoughts, and finally being able to present it before the judges to convince them of your merits. Like I pointed out earlier on to the participants, at the end of the day, it is your argument that matters more, that will give you more satisfaction in that you have presented the best case for your client. Winning or losing is a separate matter at the end of the day, right? So it can be nerve-wracking and frustrating, but certainly a lot of fun and satisfaction if you've done your work. Without any hesitation, these would definitely be the stepping stones paving towards your legal career. Now, coming back to the moot problem today, the Constitution, as the late Sultan Nazruddin Shah has famously observed in Loh Koi Chun and the government of Malaysia, is the supreme law of the land, embodying three basic concepts. One is that the individual has certain fundamental rights upon which not even the power of the state may encroach. The second is that the distribution of sovereign power between the states and the federation. And third is that no single man or body shall exercise complete sovereign power, but that it shall be distributed amongst the executive, legislative, and judicial branches of the government, expressed in modern terms as we are a government of laws and not of men. In essence, constitutional law provides the framework for the country's ruling system, which covers essential rights like fundamental liberties, governance, royalties, elections. And as highlighted in this moot problem, Articles 5, 7, and 10 are the few of the many fundamental rights provided under the Federal Constitution that protects and enshrines individuals' rights, be it freedom to speak or the right to legal representation. The Federal Constitution is an important piece of document in organizing a structure of society without which the nation system will fall. However, as the famous saying goes, power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Likewise, absolute freedom may lead to similar results. Hence, the necessity for certain legislation to curtail such expressions of freedom in order to achieve a balance in this society. And so that ultimately, such freedoms that are enshrined in the Constitution may be exercised by each and every individual responsibly. And that is the most important thing. And as pointed out by my learned friend, Mr. Chan, earlier on, the central issue in this problem is whether such balance was achieved, or were the relevant legislation, have they overreached? Now, I will leave this conclusion to you to draw on your own. Perhaps I will conclude with this quote from Mr. Elon Musk, self-proclaimed freedom of speech absolutist, who had been quite outspoken recently in the Ukraine and Russia conflict. And he has been policed quite a lot in a lot of the social media, including Twitter, to the extent that he had enough. And so what he did was recently he purchased about 9% of shares in Twitter, making him a substantial shareholder so that he can have a voice at the boardroom. And his rationale is this: given that Twitter serves as a de facto public town square, failing to adhere to free speech principles fundamentally undermines democracy. So congratulations to all the participants of today's moot competition, and I wish you a safe and meaningful legal journey ahead. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Mr. Paul, for that insightful speech. Next, from Sharon Delamore & Co., I shall invite Mr. Indran Shanmuganathan to the floor to say a few words.
Thank you very much. Dato Associate Professor Dr. Johan Samsudin, Dr. Izura, Dr. Najwa, academic staff of UM, all those who assisted in the organization of the moot, my fellow legal profession members, students and participants. Firstly, I'd like to congratulate everyone involved, not just the participants, the organizers, the judges, for all the time spent. And I think combined would have made this a very meaningful exercise for everyone. I would like to express a particular congratulatory message to all the participants for your participation. I think all of you have contributed to a very exceptional mood culture that is coming out of over the last few years. I wish to congratulate the Dean for continuing to support. I've judged JESIP's competitions and other competitions where the mood team has participated. And I would have to say that, and I'm not just saying this as a lip service, but most of your competitors have been exceptional. And I put it down to the hard work and the dedication and the support that the faculty has given. And of course, I also want to recognize, I think, the ever-present Raphael, who is always there with every mood competition. I think he's almost part of the furniture and fixture for any event that is involved in. Congratulate Raphael as well, and everyone who's involved. Now, I think the easy thing to say about mood problems is that it sharpens advocacy skills. I like to take it a little bit further. I think it's not just about advocacy. A good advocate is not someone who stands up on his feet and answers all the questions. I think it will be remiss of me to not recognize the amount of preparation that goes into being able to stand on your feet and speak. Now, if someone is a good advocate, I would say 90% of the work is the preparation that is put into it. Understanding the law, understanding the facts, understanding the opponent's issues, understanding your issues. And I think when you start doing that, putting your mind and your preparation to it, I think the end result would be exceptional advocacy skills. And it's not something that is derived as you stand up, but I think the manner in your presentation is often dictated by how well you prepare. And that's why I started off by congratulating Raphael and his setup, as well as the Dean and the entire faculty staff of Now, as far as we are concerned, whenever we get any call from there's no question about us supporting, because I think over the last few years, or the last 10, 15 years, have been producing exceptional graduates to actually put a very high standard of quality to those joining the legal profession. And I think as members of the legal profession, it's not just Shen Delamo, but other firms as well. I'm very heartened to note that other firms are also supporting. I think we should continue to support our local universities, especially when they provide exceptional quality that is coming through the ranks. And I can see it from the assistants and the associates that come through the ranks from So please continue to provide and continue to feed us with exceptionally good students. And I'm sure this mood competition has a big part to play in making sure that the supply continues. We are always honored to be involved and thank thank the organizers for inviting us, and we will continue to support you as much as we can. And I end this by congratulating everyone again, not just the winners. Of course, the winners would feel better than the losers today, but the losers shouldn't be disheartened. You all would have done well. And as long as you go in there with the right level of preparation and put in the hardest work that you have done, you all have something to be proud of. Thank you very much, and all the best, and look forward to all of you, or some of you at least, joining the legal profession, and perhaps our paths will cross again. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Indran, for that perceptive speech. Now, we would like to call upon Mr. Chan Keng Ho from Chong and Keng Ho to deliver his speech. We welcome you to take the floor.
Thank you, Nisha. Very good evening to Dato' Associate Professor Dr. Johan Samsudin, Dean of the Faculty of Law, Dr. Izura Masdina Muhammad Zakri, Deputy Dean of Undergraduates, Dr. Najwa binti Rosli, Deputy Dean of Student Affairs, my little friends at the bar, Ms. Suganti, Mr. Indran, Po Chu Ho, Moot Club Advisor, Mr. Stuart Manley, Moot Coach, Mr. Raphael Kok, Organizing Committee, Mooters, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, congratulations to the Moot Club and the Consti team for the successful organization of the Internal Malaya Consti-Moot Competition 2022. I found the Moot question to be very timely and intriguing, and credit for which must go to the esteemed Professor Dr. Shad Salim Faruqi. It would have been quite a treat if a few prominent anti-vaxxers were invited to be guest judges in the competition. The UN Moot Club has been quite active. I have seen them achieve some measure of success in recent years. Just this year alone, I observed that UM was a champion for the Harun M. Hashim National Clients Consultation Competition, the quarterfinalists in the Frankfurt Investment Arbitration Moot Court competition, the champions of the national rounds for the Jessup Moots, and we are only in April, guys. Meanwhile, the UM Consti team has also been very active. I've seen a very interesting podcast, including free speech in social media, holding discussions about the death penalty, the anti-hopping law, producing bulletins on timely topics such as the judicial review powers of the Sharia courts, issue of vernacular education in Malaysia, just to name a few. So all this augurs very well for the faculty, which has demonstrated that the university is not and should not be in an ivory tower. Instead, it is incumbent for the faculty to wade into the mess and complications of an evolving and complex society, a society which holds the highest of promises, yet sometimes seems to be on the brink of breakdown. And even when we see the circumstances when a society seems to be on the brink of breakdown, we see great hope in our young people. Young people like, for instance, Lim Wei Jet, an alumni of the faculty, who was instrumental in procuring the registration of Parti Muda, and who recently stood as a candidate in the Johor state elections, albeit unsuccessfully. The idealism and energy of the young, including in the present batch of students, give all of us hope that the pursuit of the Malaysian dream, as envisaged in the Rukun Negara, will not be in vain. Because a lot of us pay attention to the 5 principles of Rukun Negara, but forgets that there is a preamble. And the preamble says that we are to pursue a Malaysian dream that will maintain a democratic way of life, create a just society with equitable sharing of wealth, ensure a liberal approach to diverse cultures, and build a progressive society founded on science and technology. These are all very lofty hopes, but a look at the recent history even in the United States of America shows us that the struggle to achieve such lofty aspirations will always be an ongoing one. What's more for a younger democracy like Malaysia? But we cannot give up, we cannot give in, and we do not need to, because our young people has proven time and over again that they are ready to take up the challenge. And in the young people, we see the great hope for Malaysia. And some say that hope never disappoints. At Chong and Keng Ho, we're definitely not disappointed by what we see coming out from University of Malaya. We want to thank you for giving us the privilege of continuously walking alongside the faculty and yourselves as undergraduates in your continuous journey to integrate the lofty ideals of the law with the realities of society. We wish you all the best for the future. Thank you very much.
Mr. Chan, for the astute speech. We extend our gratitude to all of our sponsors for their wonderful remarks. Now, the moment we have all been waiting for is finally here, the announcement of the winners of IMCMC 2022. We shall begin with the award ceremony with the top 3 oralists from the preliminary rounds. For this, we would like to invite Mr. Paul Chu Ho to announce the 2 oralists who will receive the opportunity of interning at Shuk Lin and Bok. I shall pass the floor.
Thank you, Nisha. Now, shall I announce now or to wait for the slides?
You may proceed, Mr. Paul.
Thank you. Now, the top 2 oralists for the preliminary rounds are Miss Shajini Kunasagaran, Team 111, and Mr. Melvin Ng Zhang Chen, Team 107. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Paul, and congratulations to Ms. Shajini and Mr. Melvin. Kindly turn on your cameras for the photo session.
Right, is everyone ready? Is Miss Sajini here? Because it's not shown on my screen. Again, is Miss Shajini here? Am I audible?
I believe Ms. Shajini can make it today. Chenho, we can proceed with picture taking. Thank you.
All right, then I would like to proceed with the photography session. In 3, 2, 1. One more. 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Moving on, we would like to invite Ms. Suganti Singham to announce the Best Memorial Award. The floor is yours.
The Best Memorial Award goes to Team 107. Congratulations.
Team 107, please do turn on your cameras for the photo session.
All right, is everyone ready? I'll take the picture in 3, 2, 1. One more. 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Suganti, and congratulations, Team 107. Next up is the best oralist for the final round. We call upon Mr. Chan Keng Ho to announce the lucky participant who will be offered the opportunity to intern at Chong and Keng Ho. The floor is yours, Mr. Chan.
Well, I wouldn't call her lucky because I think she deserves it. And I was a judge of the final round. And the best oralist for the final round is Miss Kam Kai Yen.
Thank you, Mr. Chan. Ms. Kayen, please turn on your camera for a quick photo.
Is everyone ready? I'll take the picture in 3, 2, 1. One more. 3, 2, 1. Thank you.
Mr. Chan, and congratulations, Ms. Kayan. Now, the highly anticipated moment of our event, the announcement of the champions and first runner-ups of the competition. We are also excited to announce that the members of the champion team will also be awarded with internship opportunities at either Chong and Keng Ho or Shun Delamar & Co. I shall now humbly pass the floor to Dato Associate Professor Dr. Johan Shamsuddin bin Haji Sabaruddin to deliver the announcement.
It gives me great pleasure to announce the can you have on the screen? It says the champion for this competition is Team 107, consisting of Mr. Melvin Ng Jiang Cheng, Mr. Arjun Amalud Raj, Mr. Pavan Raj Mohan Raj, and Ms. Yap Li Li. Congratulations to this team.
Congratulations, Champion Team 107. Please turn on your cameras for a photo session.
Okay, just to make sure everyone is ready, I'll take the picture in 3, 2, 1. Another one. 3, 2, 1. Thank you.
Next, for the first runner-up position, I shall invite Dr. Dean again to announce the winner.
The first runner-up is Team 114, consisting of Ms. Stephanie Robert Mangharam and Ms. Kam Kai Yan. Congratulations to them.
Congratulations, Team 114. Kindly turn on your cameras for the photo session.
All right, I'll take the picture in 3, 2, 1. One more. In 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much.
Very much, and congratulations to our winners. Now, we are also thrilled to announce a few honorable mentions of noteworthy participants from the preliminary rounds. These are the top 3 double agents and top 3 novice motors. For this, once again, I would like to invite Dr. Dean to make the announcement.
Thank you. These are the honorable mention for the preliminary rounds. Top 3 double agents. Number 1, Ms. Crystal Fu Kai Ying from Team 113. Mr. Muhammad Rafiq Imani from Team 102. Ms. Kam Kayan, Team 114. And Mr. Muhammad Sohail from Team 102. Congratulations to them. Then the top 3 novice mooters for the first years, Mr. Pavanraj Mohan Raj from Team 107, Ms. Nurhana Muhammad Helmi, Team 105, Mr. Faris Junaidi Muhammad Yunus from Team 105, Mr. Arjun Amalud Raj from Team 107. Congratulations.
Thank you, Datuk Dean, and well done to these exceptional participants. We shall have a photo session with all the winners. Do turn on your cameras and give us your widest smiles as I pass the floor to the member in charge to conduct the session.
All right, is everyone ready with their camera turned on? I'll take the picture in because there will be multiple pages. So please remain in your position. In 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Second page. 3, 2, 1. And 3, 2, 1. All right, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, and congratulations once again to our winners. Now, as we're approaching the end, I would like to invite Ms. Shafika Amira, the Director of Moot Club, and Ms. Ashley Voon, the Director of Consti Team, to deliver some closing remarks.
Good evening, everybody. As introduced by MC Nisha, my name is Shafika Amira, the Director of Moot Club.
And I'm Ashley Woon, the Director of Consti Team.
We'll keep our speech short, but we would just like to share with everybody that we owe the success of this mooting competition to several stakeholders, and we must extend our gratitude to them before this event concludes. So first and foremost, I would like to thank Datuk Associate Professor Dr. Johan Shamsuddin bin Haji Sabaruddin, the Dean of the Faculty of Law of University Malaya, the Deputy Dean of Undergraduates, Dr. Izura Masdina, the Deputy Dean of Student Affairs, and the Moot Club Coordinator, Dr. Najwa Rosli, for your support and for giving Law students the platform to involve themselves in mooting competitions and thus engaging in discourse pertaining to constitutional law like we have today. We are highly appreciative of the resources and guidance provided by the faculty in making this competition a success. Today's event would also not have been possible without our sponsors, whom have generously funded this competition and also provided several internship slots to the winning teams and top orderlies. For that, we thank you. And we also like to thank our mood advisors, Mr. Raphael Koch and Mr. Stuart Manley, for their inputs and advice. And we thank the judges for taking their time in the weekend to adjudicate the competition.
Next, we would like to extend our gratitude to all the participants. I hope that all of you had an enjoyable time sparring with your peers. Every mooting competition comes with a steep learning curve. I understand that the preparation stages and training may be grueling, but the overall outcome is equally rewarding. Hence, I implore all participants to think of IMC as a starting point and not the finish line. The Faculty of Law provides countless opportunities for its students to participate in prestigious mooting competitions, and it would be our greatest honor to witness all of you flourish as formidable mooters moving forwards. Last but not least, I must thank all the Moot Club and Consti team members for your hard work and contribution. We acknowledge that IMC requires a concerted effort in order to make it a reality, and it would not have been possible to organize this competition without your level of commitment and dedication. This brings us to the end of our speech. We hope to welcome you in future events. Until then, take care and stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Shafika and Ms. Ashley for
Thank
the
you.
wonderful remarks.
Bye-bye.
To commemorate this competition, let us take a collective group photo. We kindly invite everyone on the call today to turn on your cameras for one final time. I shall pass the floor to the member in charge once again to conduct the session.
All right. Let's have 5 seconds to get everyone ready. Please turn on your camera and be ready. It's the same. There will be 2 pages, so please remain in the position for a while. First page. Take the picture in 3, 2, 1. In 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Moving on to the second page. In 3, 2, 1. In 3, 2, 1. All right, thank you.
The end of the Internal Malaya Constitutional Moot Competition 2022. The Moot Club and Consti team would like to thank everyone for spending your weekend with us. We truly hope that the competition we have conducted sparked an interest in you towards not just mooting, but constitutional law as well. All the best in your future endeavors, and we hope to see you in the near future. We would also like to take this opportunity to wish those observing a pleasant fasting and a blessed Ramadan ahead. Thank you, stay safe, and enjoy the remainder of your weekend.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you, Dato'
Bye. Stay safe.